Okay, that's what it is. I just revealed it to you, but you have to guess what I was just saying, because from this content, I'm assuming you're forensic students, aren't you? Okay, let's introduce the first guest for the show, Danielito Datano, the man in the mask. How's it going, Delano? What's it going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Jesus Christ.
Do you like your own voice?
I like my own voice when I'm saying things that I like.
So you like your own voice when you're saying things you like? What about when your grandmother is saying it? Remember, this is for kids. Your grandmother is visiting somebody.
Your grandma's gonna be dead soon.
Shit. Alright, he's trying to be his inconvenience. An inconvenient truth. Okay, so I'll just kind of steer you into like God does. Okay, do you like ducks? Are you hungry for a duck salad? Is there a Chinese duck salad? Like, there's not a lot of meat on ducks.
Yeah, I bet there's duck salads.
There's a duck salad?
Let me see. I'll pull up. Let me see if I can get
Well, there would be a salad for everything. I know, like, let's create content and look, what's the most weirdest salad you could possibly have? What about earth salad? Duck salad. But you have, like, a horse is eating... I'm trying to force different perspectives for art therapy on other people. That's what my goal is. So what the hell is it when a goat is eating a shrub? What kind of salad is that? That's everything.
Brock, you're so stupid.
Well, who's Brock?
Brock's an AI.
Oh. Let's make an ad for Brock and then send this tape to Brock's. Well, I don't know if we need money at all, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What media outlets do you consume?
I don't, but I'm doing deviant art mostly.
Like X or Instagram?
No, just I get a Daryl. I was forced off of Reddit by these psychopath propaganda agents for the government. I have like the number 13th. Not to brag or anything, but the meme I created for sociality was number 13th in the list of when you do an image search. That's kind of a big brag, but your sociality I think is going to be a huge thing, because I think people are too bunched together, and what we're seeing is sociality, not violence. We're seeing people like forced to reproductively. They're forced. It's basically civilization is like a waffle maker. You're just trying to make a waffle out of everybody, but chicken and waffles. Have you seen those chicken plants where they like? But then again, I was thinking, like, most of these animals and everything are like, this is the life, because they never had as much as we have now, so much luxury. I think that's what's killing people. Like, I'm completely stoned out of my mind, talking to you, recording this. God's overseeing everything. Iris is my case manager. Wait, I'm not supposed to say that. I have a dog who's my case manager and a cat. I talked to a cartoon on a page that I created, and I leave it in a sleeve somewhere in Mississippi. That's where the big famous court case was we're going to cover. See, this is the kind of jumping around I think is what people want. They want like a shuffle dancer, juggling different like topics super rapidly, so they're not so bored. Because that would be the case, like when you're talking about, you're like an anthropologist. Are you an anthropologist?
I mean, ad hoc.
Okay, so I think songs are actually created by walking. Because if there's one drum beat per year, is that a song? Yes, it is. Sure, if you play festival.
But like you could even go deeper than that. It's the heart. The heartbeat.
Yeah, the heart is the beat, is the bass. The heart's the bass. The feet are the shuffling is the treble, I guess. I don't even know what treble is. But basically, it's like throwing mushrooms at your face very fast.
Do you take psilocybin mushrooms?
No, I do not. I do not do the partake. I do not do anything now. I'm just a big, giant Cossack. Can't be destroyed. He could not be destroyed, and he's not. The hosts of my two characters, of these Eccles, and you could see it. You could go to BBC and type in The Goon Show. They have this tape that's Punched Up the Conch is one of the best ones. This guy's saying, I think it's punch up the taint that they're saying. Like, I think in the 50s during the war, people were like punching each other up the taint. And you were saying something dirty before, so I believe that you were at PG 13 plus, like PG 15. Punch up the taint. Do you think Montgomery got punched up the taint by Eisenhower when they were sharing that tent together? Is that improper jokes?
I mean, it depends on your audience.
So no, we're talking about PG-14 because that's the level that you set. But do you want to reset it to like PG-12? Okay, that's where we're at.
So easygoing.
That's what's just troubling to me. It's too easy. Do you know wheat has the biggest genome in the world? Donalisa, if you get an offer for being a talk show host, and could you throw me a nickel every 4 years? That would be 20 cents. 5 years, 20 years. See, that would be the thing. Is like you throw in these little jokes, but they'd have to follow the logic. And at the end, if you caught them, like, I caught you. You went. Did you think of that? Or no, you don't have to confront them. You're just like, that would disappoint people, though. That would just be just the same as saying you're stupid. I don't know how to do it. Usually you say, they're not stupid. They just don't. They got other interests. That's the thing. How do you measure everything against everyone else? It's so ridiculous. It's just like the same problem of the same thing as the airline pilot. I mean, the pilots and that proves that everybody's completely fucked in their own way, and they should just get the fuck and stay here on Earth.
I saw a sticker somebody had just put on an electrical box one time in front of my parking spot.
Said this guy.
It simply said, "Unfuck yourself."
Exactly, and then you are known to make. If you throw up, you undo something. How many undos do humans get?
And I'm just unlimited until we die, I think.
Well, what if we had unlimited life? Wouldn't you just get like? What if you died from too many undos? Like you can only undo so many times. On every 14 days, you can undo. So what if people? This is a story about aliens. Like you go to their planet, like, and they eat this special berry or something. It makes everyone live like with super health to a year 140, and then at that time they could change their body type and everything, but it's completely fucking random. They can't undo it for another 140 years.
You can
but they could get a special. It's sort of like marriage in the sort of these different cultures have weird marriages. But you could have a threesome. They could wait.
Today, in 18 months from right now,
yeah,
you could be mentally, physically, spiritually, even appearance-wise, different, and your countenance.
Yeah, what? You got a product you're trying to sell me?
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
I don't have any products.
I got a product for you. How about it's not a? It's the.
But 18 months is just it's a very.
What if you didn't do anything
small.
I could live probably 18 months with no food, water, and just sunlight. But I don't recommend it. I've done it before. I lost 90 pounds.
Yeah.
It's crazy thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I followed this guy. It was 30 days of no food, just water. All he put in his body was water.
But I think that's the delusion that I'm not going to follow anymore.
And it was kind of like, all right. I mean, big changes. You lost 40 pounds, lost fat and muscle.
Okay, what if God was a guy that's from another planet, but there's a special game of chess. Their brains are like 20 times bigger than ours. And they're sea mammals in the strange magnetic world. The magnetics. They're basically they're a metal bot. Like they can force like a It's a cartoon world that I'm talking about. Okay, so this guy has all this cartoonish properties. And he's like, fuck wish this there's no point of these guys. They have so much power. No one cares. There's nothing at risk.
Like base carbon.
There's no risk. When you're a superhero, you got to be weak. That's why all the weak people are actually godly because if everyone is like takes turn being a human character that's born on Earth, everyone gets to play that life, and they get to Or they could observe it.
That's the definition right there. That's kind of the explanation of when you hear, like the Bible says, we were created in God's image. I feel like that image isn't necessarily.
Yeah, but what if that's true
image.
to the that's true to the sense that yes,
like
time is further. But what if time doesn't exist? You crucify yourself on what you think time is, and it never existed.
I feel like it's.
See, you're like one of those Star Trek things. I am just. This is our philosophy cup. You just made $1 million.
The image that we're created in is
Created in the image
the
of
ability
pickles.
to create and destroy.
Create and destroy. What about the broccoli I made yesterday? I destroyed it today.
Yeah, we can create and destroy. I think that's part of that image. Taking
a crap is the fucking time travel. That food gets fucked on the way down. My son, it's hilarious. My son, who's like 2 years old, I was like, you know, when you eat food, it comes out of your butt. He's like,
how old is your son now?
24, but
That's awesome.
he's like, when it comes out, he goes, that's gross. He just took a crap. That's my explanation of how delusional people are. We're so like, well, everyone's wandering on blind, basically. I think we got like goat level intelligence, but just a few of us are able to slip through get into the other egg. I get spit out of the big egg and spit out into the bigger eggs. We get spit out to other shells. Don't you think it's like a reverse ejaculation recursively into the higher worlds? Would you stop pushing me into higher worlds? No, get out of my way. I'm trying to smoke acid. Wait, I'm not allowed to say that. Buttercutal acid is part of buttermilk biscuits. Hey. See, the thing I'm getting all these strange characters for free, and that's the thing I could really make a lot of money from because it's coming from this fire hose of idiocy.
I like you, dude. You're funny.
Oh well, now you got a show. But what are you going to talk about?
I need to.
I know you got to do this.
I need to go do something really quick.
You're the guy I got to see this thing about this guy.
It's my day off, so I have
this guy, yeah, it's really Congress will tell me. See you later. Well, you're on the show and you're hired. I hired a Daryl this morning. Woo!